welcome beautiful souls. Calista here, founder of the Unicorn Healing Program, with clip number 2 answering the questions that have came in all about the unicorns, their purpose, their being, and how they can best serve us in our ascension. The second question that came in is, do you get black unicorns and brown unicorns? And the answer is yes, you do. We have always been shown, haven't we, that unicorns are white, that if they decide to take a form, to manifest as a form, as a physical form, because they're coming into our consciousness, which of course here is very much physical, they will come forward as white or illumined or radiant. They'll have this pure glow. But often unicorns can manifest in different colours. And again, this comes down to, as we shared in the last video all about the colour of their horn, it really depends on what they are reflecting and helping you with at the time as to what colour they manifest. Now, your unicorn guides that come forward, and each of us has our own unicorn guide, if not two, if not a whole team, especially if you come forward and you wish to learn the Unicorn Healing Program. Many souls who come forward have a whole team of unicorns that work with them, and they might not all be white, they might be varying colours that exist on the different spectrum of light. And this is because our soul is not just one frequency, it's many frequencies. And the unicorn's job, if you like, if we can encapsulate it in a job, what they do for mankind is to help awaken our soul, awaken the knowledge that we're not just physical, that we actually have a counterpart, another side of ourselves that is non-physical at all times. It's not a part of us that is in another realm, or it's not something that we detach from to come into the physical life and then we'll become part of it again after we die. It's always there, it's always within us, this light, this source, soul, spirit, energy, whatever you call it, that continual vibratory frequency of pure love and pure joy and pure knowing is always within us. And the unicorns help us to be aware of that. And not just to be aware of that, but to acknowledge our spirit in every moment. And this is why they have came forward more and more over the last, I would say, 5-6 years, and they will continue to do so. I receive visions, and I'm receiving one right now, of the unicorns being so prevalent and so one with humankind, just as much as the angels have been. And look at the angels, you know, when people come on their spiritual path, they're very much touched by their angels, they feel their presence. And it's going to be the same way with the unicorns in a few years' time. As more and more people raise their frequency, they will have the knowingness of these celestial beings that come from the stars, that are here to serve us, that are here to help us remember. To help us to remember who we are, help us to embody our soul in its different fragments and aspects. And I often talk about the soul as a diamond. I've got a crystal here. If you imagine this as a diamond, can you imagine this was a diamond? But instead it's a beautiful piece of quartz which is just as priceless. If this was a diamond, it has many facets, doesn't it? Has many facets. Depending on where you look at the diamond, some facets are in the dark, some facets are in the light, some are shining to you, some can't be seen. And this is exactly what the soul's like. It's multi-dimensional. It has different facets to it, different energy, pointing in different directions of time and space, but always one. Always bound in the essence of who it is. And it's continually evolving as well. It's continuing collect more different, different facets and different frequencies within it. Now the unicorns help to awaken all these different facets through our allowance, and this is why sometimes they'll choose to manifest, because they are reflections of our soul. They will choose to manifest in different colours. Normally, yes, it has been this white vibration, because that's the first step, isn't it? That first step of recognition of the purity and the love of that which we are. But sometimes they will choose to come forward as black, because they're helping to hold up that mirror for what we need to look at, for any fears and conditionings and patterns that we are ready to shift and shed. And black is not just the colour of transmutation, but it's the colour of strength. I've encountered many black horses in dreams and visions. Not so much black unicorns, I must admit, but I know that they are out there. But they signal to us strength. They hold up this huge big mirror to share with us that we have the capability and the tools to master anything that's surfacing in our life, and that anytime challenge comes forward, it's just an opportunity to move through where we are. Often we can have negativity bias to what's coming up in our experience. We could have maybe 10 incredible days of just feeling so good in our hearts. Our meditations are wonderful, the people that we meet are fun, our heart is singing, we're feeling so good about life, and then we can have one day that makes us feel like crap or whatever we have lined up in our vibration, we have created resistance, and we're not feeling so good that day. And if somebody came to us and said, how have you been feeling lately? We wouldn't dwell. We wouldn't talk about those beautiful 10 days. We would talk about that dense day, wouldn't we? Well, most of us would anyway, because we have that conditioning ingrained in us. But truly, that's not our natural state of being. So the unicorns, what I'm trying to say is, they help us to move through that negativity bias by reflecting to us what we're ready to truly face and look at. Often it is duality. Often it is the judgment of good and bad, light and dark, good and evil. They help us to ascend over that and to come back into the neutral state of being that our soul is at every one time. So if you have unicorns that manifest in different colours, what I would say to you is, have a direct experience with them, that aspect of you that they're choosing to hold up, that benign, that neutral mirror. Have your own experience. Ask them, what is the relevance? What is the teaching here that you're bringing forward for me to learn, accept, give love to? What is the learning? I'm open to receive. I'm open to receive. Have that dialogue. Often we can think that the unicorns or our guides and angels are just going to come forward and just start talking, but we have to have that dialogue. If we go out and we meet our friends, we don't just sit there silently waiting for them to talk and then continue to wait all the way through that experience and just listen to them. We have to have a dialogue to open up understanding, to open up different pathways. So remember that you have the answers within you. I'm just reflecting what the unicorns are saying right now that's truth. That might evolve in a couple of years' time as more of us are ready to learn a deeper truth, a deeper facet, an answer to this question. But right now that's what's coming forward. But remember to have your own experience. I'll see you in the next clip. Thank you.